Breaking news from WRAL. Coverage you can count on.
Breaking right now, a man found shot in a neighborhood in Durham this morning. What we've learned from police as forensics looks into what happened.
And not as cold this morning. Our temperatures range from mid-40s to near 50. I'll show you why we'll continue to see the warm-up through the weekend.
And government shutdown over. The federal government is back open after President Trump signed a new spending bill into law. What it means for us here at home. Finally, a resolution after 43 days, the longest shutdown in our nation's history. It's 4:30. Good morning, everyone. Renee Chu here. Great to have you with us. Let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner. And Elizabeth, not so much coat weather, but jacket weather certainly out there.
Definitely mid-40s to near 50 right now. We do have a little bit of cloud cover that just popped up across our area, especially in our northern counties. No rain out of that. The high pressure systems that are close to us will continue to feed some warm air in and keep there from being a whole lot of rain. But we do have the top of the tower lit in purple for the potential for a little bit of cloud cover this morning. Again, no rain with this. We continue with our southwesterly flow, and that will gradually warm things up for us over the next several days. Officially at RDU, it is 42 degrees, 45 in Fayetteville, 40 in Clinton, 49 in South Hill, 47 in Rocky Mount and Wilson. And these temperatures are anywhere from 3 to 4 to as much as 13 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. So you may notice the difference as you head out the door. 40s this morning, we hit 50 by 9 a.m. and we'll be in the mid-60s this afternoon, feeling very comfortable and not terribly windy. I'll show you why temperatures could climb all the way into the 70s for the weekend. Also, there were some folks able to see the auroras last night. We'll take a look at some of those photos coming up.
Elizabeth, thank you. Breaking news. Durham police are at the scene of an early morning shooting at the McDougal Terrace Apartments. Ali Kadlabar has been there in the WRAL Breaking News Tracker as forensics gathers evidence.
And there's at least 4 evidence markers here on Dayton Street. This is in the McDougal Terrace community. We saw 2 on the street and 2 on the sidewalk. We also saw forensics taking photos of this duplex right here where there's a large bullet hole in the window. This is video from the WRAL Breaking News Tracker giving you a better look of this scene. You can see that hole in the window. We know from Durham police that officers responded to a reported shooting around 1 this morning. They found a man shot with life-threatening injury. We know that man was taken to the hospital, but we're still working to find out his condition right now, as well as if the shooter has been found and arrested. We're keeping you updated. Reporting in Durham, Ali Kadlabar, WRAL News.
The Wake County Fire Marshal's office will be returning to the scene of an overnight fire today. The WRAL Breaking News Tracker was there at the scene around 2 a.m. on Riverview Road near Knightdale. Downed power lines created challenges for firefighters. Fire officials say there was extensive damage to the home, carport, and an SUV. The Knightdale Battalion Chief says the person who lives there did make it out of the house safely. This morning, federal agencies are asking their employees to come back to work. The longest government shutdown in U.S. history is over. President Trump signed the stopgap funding bill late last night. More services are becoming available again with the return of furloughed federal employees. Now, it's not all good news for people on the Affordable Care Act. The reopening could mean their health insurance costs will more than double. The bill does not guarantee an extension of expiring subsidies. It's also unclear when flight schedules will return to normal. A 6% reduction in flights remains in place. The shutdown has hit food banks hard, and even now that it's over, questions remain about when people will get their food benefits. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey is live at the Interfaith Food Shuttle in Raleigh this morning. Kelsey, the recovery process is going to take some time.
Yes, Renee, this morning a lot of folks may be breathing a sigh of relief, but there's still a long way to go here. So food was distributed here from the Interfaith Food Shuttle farm for several weeks to support people during the shutdown. But several questions still remain this morning. The main one is, when will SNAP benefits resume? More than 80,000 people received those benefits in Wake County, according to county data. The CEO of Interfaith Food Shuttle, Ron Pringle, says it's difficult for food banks to establish a long-term plan after such a disruption.
The sun may come back out, the rain may stop, but this is still a recovery process. There's still individuals who were furloughed who may not get back pay.
Now, NBC News reports that the government does plan to offer back pay to furloughed workers, but it's just not clear when they will receive that or when their regular payments will resume. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
A group of 6 House Democrats broke ranks and voted for the bill, including North Carolina Democrat Don Davis. Davis says he supported the measure because so many Americans were hurting during the shutdown.
I mean, did I want more? Absolutely, I wanted to see more. I would love for us to prepare for the holidays and know that people, their minds are at ease. Hear this. I had a person, a constituent talking to me, literally in tears. That's not what I want.
Republican Congressman Greg Murphy also put out a statement saying this was all done to protect Senator Chuck Schumer's political career and push egregious demands of the progressive left. They failed. I look forward to getting back to the people's business. Today, possible tuition hikes at NC State will be on the table. The university's Affairs Committee will meet today to look at raising the tuition for all income students by 3%. And that would amount to $196 per year per student. Current undergrads would not see their tuition go up. The Board of Trustees is scheduled to vote on the plan tomorrow. Also today, the Board of Trustees at UNC Chapel Hill is expected to vote against a possible tuition hike. Yesterday, a board committee decided to not give its approval to the plan. The proposed 3% increase would have amounted to $211 per student per year. Schools in the UNC system, including UNC, have not raised tuition on in-state undergrad students since the fall of 2017. New this morning, we're learning a Duke health nurse who was killed in September died from asphyxiation due to strangulation. Arielle Lowe's boyfriend, Christopher Whitley, is charged in her death. According to the autopsy report, he told investigators he hit Lowe, smashed glass on her head, and strangled her. He then FaceTimed an ex-girlfriend to show her what he had done. Durham police found Lowe's body after arresting Whitley, who was barricaded in his apartment. A Fort Bragg man is facing charges this morning after he was accused of peeping in a fitting room at a Fayetteville mall. Police say they got a call about someone spying on a person under the age of 18 at the Cross Creek Mall. Through an investigation, officers identified and arrested Gabriel Seville. He's now charged with felony secret peeping. 2 people are out of their home after a fire in Durham that killed 2 dogs. The WRAL Breaking News Tracker got this video from the scene on Gorman Church Road just before 9:30 last night. Several fire departments responded. The Durham County Fire Marshal is handling that investigation. It's still unclear where the 2 people are staying. Looking ahead, House Speaker Mike Johnson says he plans to put the Epstein resolution up for a vote next week now that the government shutdown is over. Democratic Congresswoman Adelita Grijalva of Arizona was sworn in. She became the 218th signature needed to force a House vote to release all of the Epstein files from the Department of Justice. The files included emails in which Epstein mentioned President Trump multiple times over a 15-year span. In them, Epstein says Trump spent significant time with a woman described as one of Epstein's sex trafficking victims. If the resolution passes, it will then go to the Senate, where it's likely to fail. Gardner police say the man accused of shooting and killing a Wake Med police officer is still in the hospital. Benji Martin will be charged with murder when he's released. Police took him into custody after the shooting death of Wake Med officer Roger Smith over the weekend. Police told us there was a struggle, then a gun went off, injuring both Smith and Martin. Smith died. Police did not share an update on Martin's condition. His family is calling for more transparency. They say the crime he is accused of is not in his character. Fayetteville police are investigating skeletal remains found along South King Street. Officers found the remains around 1:30 yesterday afternoon. They tell us they've been there for some time. The homicide unit is working with the medical examiner to determine the victim's identity and cause of death. Anyone with information is asked to call Fayetteville police. New this morning, all lanes of Lewisburg Road in Raleigh are back open after a crash knocked down power lines, causing major backups. The southbound lanes reopened just after 3 this morning. The northbound lanes reopened late last night. Raleigh police say a dump truck, when lifting its trailer, knocked down the power lines and pole. Duke Energy has since restored power to everyone affected. The conversation around Durham Police Department's new real-time crime center picks back up tonight. The department held a town hall last night and will hold another tonight and tomorrow. The center will bring together all the data they have on file. It would let officers access things like 911 calls and crime reports all on one platform. The department says a tool like this could help identify suspects faster and help investigators respond quicker. Tonight's town hall is at the Walltown Park Rec Center on West Club Boulevard. It runs from 6 to 8 tonight. New this morning, the Powerball jackpot is even bigger. It's $546 million after no one won the grand prize last night. The winning numbers were 29, 39, 43, 51, and 65. The Powerball was 23. The next drawing is Saturday night at 11 on WRAL. Before that, don't forget the $965 million Mega Millions drawing tomorrow night at 11. That's also on WRAL. 441, major investment here. We'll show you what's inside Toyota's new battery plant and the surprise gift it's giving local schools. And we'll give you a live look at Fenton in Cary right now. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner tells us about today's cool and breezy start ahead of a much warmer weekend.
From the WRAL Severe Weather Center, North Carolina's most experienced team of meteorologists.
445, taking a look at these temperatures. 47 in Wilson, 42 Durham, 45 in Fayetteville. These temperatures are close to normal. We are seeing a little bit of cloud cover out there this morning. Just a very quick band of clouds sneaking across our area. It will increase as we get closer to the middle of the morning. So 50 to 60% of the sky will be covered with clouds. We would call that partly cloudy. And then once we get into the afternoon, those clouds clear out. No rain with those clouds, but you can see it's a pretty quiet pattern. And that's really about all we have to say about today. Temperatures will be warmer. We'll see 62 at lunchtime and mid-60s this afternoon, which is also very close to normal. Getting into the weekend, temperatures climb into the 70s, which is well above normal. I'll show you why we'll see such a warmer pattern and how long it will stick around coming up.
Thanks, Elizabeth. This morning, we are learning all 14 victims of the UPS plane crash in Kentucky have been identified. That UPS cargo plane crashed just over a week ago at Louisville Airport. The victims' ages range from 3 to 65 years old. While crews are still going through the debris, leaders do not believe that there are any more people to recover. Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg says all the victims and their families are in everyone's hearts. A new Toyota battery plant is now open in North Carolina. The factory will produce batteries for hybrid electric, fully electric, and plug-in hybrid vehicles. Governor Josh Stein, U.S. Senator Ted Budd, and Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy were at the grand opening event. Toyota announced it would donate $2.7 billion to area schools as part of community investment in STEM education.
We're going to have a very reasonable fuel efficiency standard. And when we do that, what's going to happen is you're going to be able to make more cars because your cars are going to be more cost effective for the American consumer.
Toyota also announced that it would be making that investment. Small businesses in Western North Carolina will get nearly $14 million in grant money. Governor Josh Stein announced nearly the funding of 19 recovery projects. The money will help rebuild infrastructure, allowing businesses to get back to work after the damage from Helene last year. In all, the state has given out more than $250 million to help small businesses. We examined the recovery effort in the mountains and struggles to get government funding to people who need it in our latest documentary. You can watch Helene, What We Lost, What We Found on the WRAL YouTube page. The Holiday Express at Pullen Park is sold out, but 5 lucky families can still hop aboard. Win a family 4-pack to the sold-out Holiday Express with lights, train rides, and holiday cheer. Enter now at WRAL.com/contests. Watch WRAL Morning News at 6 a.m. every day next week to see if you are one of our winners. Well, the Northern Lights put on a show in the sky again last night. Not as vibrant, but still beautiful. These pictures from West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and other states to our north show the dazzling display. And here in North Carolina, the lights were visible again through people's phones, but not necessarily to the naked eye. Still, a lot of wonderful pictures. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center with some more viewer photos that we got overnight.
It was so exciting to be able to see it again a second night in a row. We had a second ejection from the sun that happened yesterday, but it happened in the middle of the day. And so it was already starting to weaken by the time we got to sunset. But we appreciate Terry Banks from Wilson sending us this one. And you can see that pretty pink glow right there on the horizon. And this one's gorgeous. Andrea Sears sent us this one from Falls Lake. And Kat Campbell was out at Falls Lake last night taking a look as well. So why is this happening? So we have ejections of energy that come from the sun, officially called coronal mass ejection. It travels toward the earth and then it hits the poles. And when it does, it hits the magnetic field and it energizes. And the stronger it is, the farther south we ended up seeing light. So we need a really strong one for it to make it this far south. And that was really a treat to see it 2 days in a row. What we're seeing in the sky right now is some cloud cover that's just starting to develop, a little disturbance swinging across the mountains and bringing some clouds across our area. It's not going to bring us any rain, but don't be surprised if we see a mix of sun and clouds as that sun comes up. It's officially 42 degrees at the airport and our wind is southwest at 3 miles per hour. So winds are nice and light this morning. Our temperatures are in the low to mid 40s all across the viewing area. In the Triangle area, 46 in Garner, 44 Chapel Hill, 44 in Apex and in Holly Springs. Temperature changed just a little bit, anywhere from about 5 to almost 15 degrees warmer than it was this time yesterday. And we'll see highs similar to yesterday in the mid 60s in the Triangle and close to 70 in Fayetteville. Our temperatures are very close to normal. Mid 60s is about what we see this time of year. This is a look at our difference from normal. So a little cooler than normal. And then look at all the warmth that comes rushing in here just in time for the weekend. What is that going to look like? 75 Saturday, 77 on Sunday. That's almost identical to what we saw last weekend. And above average temperatures are likely to linger into next week. We may see a slight cool down with a front on Sunday. We're going to talk more about the fact that we won't see any rain and how we're looking with the drought monitor coming up.
Elizabeth, thank you. End of pennies. The U.S. Mint just stopped making the 1-cent coin. Why the change is happening. Big screen buzz, a new title and trailer for the Mario Brothers movie, plus a fan favorite police drama returns. We have your Hollywood Minute next. Scam texts about tolls and packages are increasing, and now Google is pushing back. The company is suing a China-based cyber group it says sends fraudulent text messages to steal people's identities and credit cards. According to the lawsuit, the group uses software that makes it easy to build fake sites to steal people's information, and that the group has already stolen up to 115 million credit cards in the U.S. As of today, the U.S. Mint is no longer making pennies. The last penny was minted yesterday in Philadelphia. Earlier this year, President Trump ordered the nation to stop making the penny. The reason? Each penny costs nearly 4 cents to make. Other coins will still be minted. The new Mario Brothers movie gets a title and a trailer, and an award-winning police drama returns for a new season. David Daniel has today's Hollywood Minute.
Princess Rosalina, you're coming with me.
Captain Marvel herself, Brie Larson, plays another overpowered super being in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Nintendo revealed the title and casting in a live stream, and the trailer racked up more than 1 million views in its first 4 hours on YouTube. The animated adventure is due in theaters April 3rd.
This is something you did. And everything you lost. Everything you're about to lose. You ready? You deserve to lose it.
Response officers Grace, Annie, and Tommy face the facilitators of Belfast organized crime in the new season of Blue Lights. The show won this year's BAFTA TV Award for Best Drama Series. Season 3 of Blue Lights premieres on BritBox today. It's a big day for Whoopi Goldberg. The EGOT winner, comedian, author, and TV personality turned 70 years old today. Happy birthday, Whoopi Goldberg. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
The holidays are right around the corner, and many shoppers say they will be spending less on gifts for under the tree. Researchers found people intend to spend just under $1,000 on holiday-related purchases. That's according to the Conference Board Holiday Spending Survey. That number is down nearly 7% from last year. And when it comes to gifts, the survey found that people will spend about $650 on average, and that amount is down about 4%. Help stretched thin. Even with the shutdown over, food banks are dealing with the surge it created. What's happening right now and why the recovery will not be immediate. Border Patrol in North Carolina. Concerns are growing as agents prepare for an operation in Charlotte. What local leaders are doing ahead of time. And big deals ahead. From holiday decor to gifts on everyone's list. 5 on Your Side walks you through the best buys this weekend.